from the couch. I'm here with Coach Caleb and Coach Billy. Today we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a little discussion. A terrible Week 11 for Tom Brady's Bucs and Bill Belichick's New England Patriots. And that sparked a little question for us. After 11 weeks, I feel like we have the right sample size to determine who misses who more. Does Brady miss his old coach and his old coaching staff more than the old coaching staff misses him? Or do neither miss each other? Who needs who more? That's what everyone's been wondering the past 20 years, and that's what we're starting to find out right now. Before we get started, I wanted to say thank you for popping in. If you agree with any of our points or you have your own ideas, drop a comment. Let us know. If you enjoy the vid, like it up. Even if you have something hateful to say, you can drop it. I know we have a couple haters. They're secret. They're incognito. We embrace them. We hug them. We love them just like everyone else on this Thanksgiving week. We are grateful for them. Now, one more thing before we start. Kiss your loved ones on Thanksgiving. Okay. I'm going to kick this to Caleb to start it off. We're just going to go around the room. We're going to give our opinion, the Skype room, give our opinions on the whole situation that has been created. So, Caleb, what do you think? Who misses who more? Does Brady miss Belichick or the other way around?
I think it's like this. Belichick pretty much made Brady into what he is today. If he didn't have Belichick, I don't think Brady's the GOAT. I think he was in a perfect situation where he could excel and be like Tom Brady and learn to be Tom Brady. Like, get thrown in the fire, you have a legendary coach, get some early PT, some injuries. But now I think that Belichick definitely misses Brady more. If you look at Brady's stats from 2019, they're pretty much the same as now, honestly. They're pretty close to the same. And I think that Belichick's scheme, like, yeah, you like having Cam there, but, like, they're not going to do anything big, right? Like, they're not going to do anything big. The Bucs have a chance to do something big. Even before we had AB and Leonard, people were still like, oh, the Bucs could win the Super Bowl. Because when you have that leader and that winner on your team, like, he's irreplaceable. He's irreplaceable to any team. So that's why I think that Belichick definitely misses that leadership. He's like an old head. He knows how to win, and he plays the right way, and he's just the fucking GOAT. So you can't replace him.
See, I think, in my opinion, Bill Belichick is easily, to me, the best coach, probably, like, of all time, probably. Pretty simply. I think a lot of people also think that it's not that outrageous of a statement, but I mean, you see every year he's throwing like fill-ins into this team. I mean, he's got like 6 rounders that he plans on doing stuff with and things. It's just like he just thinks way deeper. You know, it's like a chess game to this man. But I think in the case of Brady, I do think while Brady was his, like, you know, protege, this was his success almost until people understood that Belichick was a lot more than just Brady. But I think at one point Brady surpassed the level that Belichick wanted him to be at. Even though they were winning a ton, you know, that's how they were. I think Belichick always wanted him to be like his under his wing quarterback that he's raised. And at a certain point, Brady was like, nah, like, I'm Tom Brady. I'm the best quarterback of all time, pretty much. So why not just leave here? Why not prove to everyone else that it's not this coach who's been trying to hide me under his wing and act and kind of let my feathers fly, I guess. So, you know, I think that I think they miss Brady a lot more than he misses them. Obviously, they're having a rougher season. Not rough, but definitely compared to their usual seasons. They've made the playoffs, how many years in a row? And they're not going to make it this year, more than likely. So it's definitely been a rougher season. But I got to be honest, I don't think either miss each other per se. I think Belichick's happy with what he got out of Brady, and I think Brady's happy with what he got out of Belichick.
Yeah.
I don't think either, like, I think there's obviously, like, you miss certain situations. You wish your coach did this. You wish your quarterback did that. I don't think they, like, miss each other. But I'm going to go against the grain here, and I'm going to say that in some circumstances, Brady misses Belichick more. He misses that structure. Bruce Arians, I'm not. There's nothing. This whole conversation is nothing against Bruce Arians or Cam Newton. At least coming from me, I think both. I think Cam's a great quarterback. He's a different quarterback than Brady, and I think Arians is a great coach, and he's a different coach than Belichick.
The quarterbacks and systems are like so opposite ends of the spectrum. It's like least rushing team in the league, one of the highest rushing teams in the league, no deep balls, all deep balls. It's way different, but
yeah.
So I think Brady is capable of performing in Arians' system, and it'll show. And I think Belichick is capable having Cam perform, getting Cam to perform. And I think Cam has shown that he can do that. Now, there was that whole hiccup stage after the corona. He got out of whack. But I'm going to stand by, before I make my claim, you have to acknowledge that Bill Belichick, like you said, picks a lot of people up off the scrap pile, and he makes it work. That's not to say Cam is a scrap pile, but he was on the scrap pile, and you can't do that at quarterback. You got to commit to your quarterback. And Belichick hasn't had to really learn that because he got Tom off the scrap pile and it turned into the GOAT. But anyways, I think Brady misses Belichick more. They are now 1-3 in prime time. They almost lost to the Giants in prime time. Arians is calling Brady out in the media at points. I think Brady doesn't miss Belichick, but I think his performance misses Belichick because he's getting used to the system still. Look at Brady on Monday night, dude. He had those 2 random interceptions just way over the head. Like, who are those 2?
He looks like shit sometimes. It's like I feel like Bill keeps him in check. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bill will not let that happen.
That's like his fucking
telling him to do it. That's the opposite.
He's like his dad, dude. He's like Tom Brady's dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about like under his wing. Like it's good and bad. Like it's like under its wing is like protection and hiding. It's good. It had its.
I also think like
negatives.
I didn't even say Arians and Belichick at first. I said the coaching staffs, and that's what I think. Brady and McDaniels is way better than Brady and Leftwich.
I don't like Leftwich, bro.
But the weapons Brady has, so it's a two-faced coin. And I think Brady definitely does not miss Belichick because Brady loves the challenge. And a new system is the challenge, and that's what Brady wanted. That's why he left New England. He wanted it, and the discussion we're having right now, who misses who more, who depends on who more, that's why he left. There was one thing he had to prove. Exactly. He could do it without Belichick, and that's why he's doing it. And he has it's pretty obvious at this point in the season, he has a way better shot at succeeding in terms of Super Bowl than Belichick.
So, like you say that, and then, but like the best thing about both of them parting ways is when the Patriots first got Cam, you're like, oh shit, like it wouldn't surprise me if they went to the Super Bowl because Bill's a fucking witch, dude. Like that's the same as Tom. Like Tom goes to any team, you're like, oh shit, like they could win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like that's the beauty of both of them is like either team getting that like Bill or fucking Tom Brady, like it instantly turns them into a contender no matter that's why it's crazy.
Like, the problem is the Patriots basically have the same exact weapons as last year, and Brady was terrible with those weapons. Now they put Cam Newton in, and Cam's not a bad quarterback, but he's not the GOAT, and he definitely has his issues, and you give him those weapons, and it's like, dude, what do you want the guy to do?
Yeah, I think one of Belichick's errors, it's not an error, actually. It's not an error at all.
It's not even cockiness. It's just like stubbornness.
Yeah, and he's so like, he's done the same thing for so long. And it's like when you have Brady, when you have the example in all of NFL history of you can make what you want pretty much out of nothing, supposedly, like you lose that and it's like, you just didn't know what you were losing, really. The whole time you thought like, no, he's this good because I've allowed him to be this good. I'm put him in the situation to be this good. But then you lose him and you realize like 15 years ago, you put him in this situation. Now it's his situation. You're just the one who keeps it under reign. So Cam comes in and it's like, and I like Cam. I like Cam, but he's obviously, I think his shoulder's still hurting him. You can see a little bit. But he's It's just way different. It's just they don't. Maybe it's not that they don't trust Cam enough, but like they trusted Brady with everything. He had lost it all so many, not lost it all so many times, but like he had been in the moments to lose it all and proved himself.
Another aspect is that where I think Belichick misses Brady more is the recruitment aspect. You saw it in Tampa. And Brady leaves the Patriots, everyone flocks to him. Who doesn't want to play with Tom Brady? But I know you have to be a certain type of psycho. You have to want to win to play for Belichick. It's tough. Yeah. And that was a deterrent for a lot of people that wanted to play with Brady their whole career, but didn't want to play under Belichick. And Belichick, not to say he's a dick, it's just it's much harder work. So, Belichick can't really recruit those guys now because Brady was that chip. He was you're coming here to catch balls from Brady.
Yeah, that demandingness was like, no, I know it's bad, but Tom Brady's your quarterback. Now it's like, no, I know it's bad, but Cam Newton's your quarterback. And they're like, okay, I can just go to Tampa. I can just go join Tampa on there.
Yeah, like there's enough juggernauts in the league. Like that was the last thing Belichick could sell to a lot of guys. Some guys still may want to go there to work hard and get it the right way.
And he'll make you into a player. He'll make you into a dog when you leave.
It's like it's like Bama is like the factory in the NFL, or the NCAA, and then like in the NFL, like if you're like kind of like a shitter, you go to the Patriots and you just like get worked on the whole time.
I remember I watched like an interview in Chad Johnson when he played for the Patriots. He said that like playing for Belichick was like he liked it, but the offense that they ran was like it's hard to like Chad Johnson like could be a Hall of Famer and it's hard to put up stats like you know what I'm saying, like dominant stats.
I remember when he was on the team, he didn't do much. Like
he said they're spreading the ball around so much and Bill doesn't give a shit. Like
he doesn't care about your name.
Yeah, exactly. Like he doesn't give a shit. And he said he didn't mind it though. Like he liked it, but like still, like you gotta be a certain type, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, we've all heard the stories of how he's literally prepared for like be ready for a squib kick, fumble, this and that, and then it literally happens the next week. Like the guy just like knows. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure Brady. Like I've seen, there's been like. What's the show, the documentary on HBO? I think it is. Not HBO, Amazon Prime. It's like Hard Knocks, but they follow them through the whole season.
It's called All or Nothing.
Yeah, All or Nothing. They did an All or Nothing one time on Arians in the Arizona. I loved that. I love how he coaches. So when the Bucs hired him, I was super hype. He's not a bad coach. I think Brady misses aspects of Belichick, but I think he also is kind of hyped up that he gets to do kind of what he wants, and he has plenty of weapons. So, I mean, I think the answer to this is they both miss each other, but they also don't miss each other at all.
Yeah. I think it's very it's hard to answer. It's really hard to answer. It's like you said, it's just like a paradox. Like they miss each other in their past. They miss, I think they might miss
I don't think they're sitting at night and being like, bro, I wish I had Bill or I wish I had Tom right now.
And you don't wish for them now. I think they definitely reminisce on like when you're out of that team and you're out of the system and see what it was. I think that's when you can really see like.
And Bill and all the coaches in New England have raved about Cam and his work ethic. I don't think they're like sitting there like, damn. I think if anyone's actually missing anything, it's probably because Cam's a more versatile quarterback than Tom. Like you can do way more. And he's a good leader too. So I think anyone that's physically missing is Tom, but I don't think he's missing anyway. So
I could see fucking Belichick being like, "Fuck, dude, we could have been like 7-1 if we had Tom right now." Like, fuck. Yeah. I could just see him being like very like just like sitting at home like, "Fuck."
I could see him doing that too, but I could also see him never in his life regretting a single thing he's ever done. So
I don't regret it, but I think he's just like, "Fuck, dude, like." Fuck. Because 20 years is stupid long, dude.
Yeah.
That's like an insane amount of time.
This is definitely
it's long enough. It's long enough to make you unaware to what's going to happen when he leaves, pretty much. Because it's just a complete new. Brady left in a different NFL than when he joined the Patriots. The league had changed so much.
But the one guy that's not going to be unaware is Belichick.
Yeah.
So, also Brady was hurt. They had to sit him a couple times, so they knew what it was like without Brady.
Yeah.
Obviously, like Belichick, but I understand what you're saying for sure. it's tough for Belichick because it's like, where do we go for him from here? Are we going to re-sign Cam? Are we going to just kind of tank it out for the rest of the year? You just lost the Texans, who are shitty, and now you have to, like, you're out of playoffs. So I think
you trade up for Lawrence. You trade up for Lawrence and that.
I think the way Cam plays in the last 4 games for them, 4 or 5 games, is going to determine his future in New England and his future overall. He'll get another shot, but there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of the draft the next 2 years. There's a lot of like borderline guys like Trubisky, Darnold. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks. They're not like
there's a lot of
shortage right now.
There's a lot of fixable quarterbacks in the league right now. Like, there's the Mitch Trubisky, Dwayne Haskins, all of these guys who like are just time short. They just need extra and they need extra time, or they need Belichick, who can turn you into like an experienced player very quickly.
Or they also have Stidham, and they were going to ride him.
I know.
But a lot of those guys are going to turn into a Josh Rosen very soon.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with all that. But obviously I'm an Auburn fan. I just hope for Cam that he gets his shot. And he's gotten it, and he's performed. Like,
I think I want Cam to get his shot too, but I think right now their team with some of the names popping up now, like Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers, and N'Keal Harry has yet to really do anything, but I still like his potential. Their offense just has a little more future potential, future outlook. I wouldn't be surprised if they went away from potential still injury-inflicted Cam Newton for, a fix.
Like him.
Huh?
They like him. We'll see.
Oh, I know.
He's not going to ask for a big contract. He's already said, the reason he signed.
He took $1 million or whatever.
The reason he did that is because he wanted the right fit and he wanted to prove something. So we'll see. But, this was. I think I honestly didn't know the answer coming into it. I just spoke what I felt, and I looked up a little bit of stats, and at the end of the day, I think we all can agree, like what we said earlier. They miss each other, but they don't at the same time. I think both teams at the end of the day will end up fine. Like, I think now, like, Tom has put Tampa on the map a little bit, that even beyond Tom, Tampa will be fine now.
Yeah.
And I think he's literally just done the franchise like a decade-long favor.
Just like New England's going to have notoriety for as long as they're a football team because of the fact that Brady did everything he did there.
No, yeah, New England's set. New England's going to be fine. Literally, New England is going to be fine this year and years to come. They may miss the playoffs this year,
and they're in a division that's like they're in a division that's like this year maybe the Dolphins bust out a playoffs berth with the Bills, and they're both looking okay and stuff. But
this division, it's
all over the place. The Bills could be shit next year. The Dolphins could be shit next year. They could both also be amazing next year. Who knows?
The trajectory of those teams are upwards, but Josh Allen's shaky. Brian Flores is out here benching Tua in the middle of Denver, so there's a lot of question marks yet to go in there in regards to that. That whole division, like it always has been, it's not as stinky, but I think it's still a stink bag division. Yeah, but I think the East Division and the NFC is a little worse than the AFC.
Oh, for sure. Go Eagles, baby.
Bird Gang. We can get into that in another episode, though. That would actually be a good episode to discuss who's going to come out of the NFC East. That's
more than an episode. That's an epic right there. That's a fucking book.
But that was a nice little. I like these nice little quick 20-minute conversations that we have.
Very good.
Nice and informative. Throw our picks out there. Apparently, we have the worst takes ever.
Yeah. Apparently, we have the worst takes ever. I mean, think about that. The worst takes ever.
For background, some asshole commented we have the worst takes ever. Who was that? What was his name again?
Hold on.
No, don't say his name. We don't even want to give it to him. Yeah. You know who you are. If you're watching this, get off our channel. We don't care, bro.
Yeah, if you're subscribed, unsubscribe.
You know what? Leave the subscription.
Leave the subscription, actually.
We're all about the money. Just kidding. We're really not. We don't want your money. We just want your subscription. So as long as you're subscribed, comment whatever you want. We'll answer you always, and we'll answer you with positivity.
And
Anyway.
don't forget, kiss your loved ones.
Oh, Jesus.
Kiss your loved ones on this holiday.
Simply put.
Happy holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving. We're grateful for you as always. We'll be back soon.
We'll see you next time.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
William. What's up?
Stop.
Say it.
Nah.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man. One time for the fans.
Come on.
What's up? Doing, bro?